Seth freaking Rollins is motivated as we've ever seen him. This is personal.
The people are singing Rollins' song. This is Rollins' battle cry as he heads to war with CM Punk.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 years ago, Seth Rollins got in a car and drove from Iowa to the East Coast to try out for CM Punk's training school. He redefined himself in his craft. Rollins and Punk would reunite briefly in NXT, and then the Shield would become mercenaries for Punk. And Punk would leave WWE for personal and professional reasons. Talk negatively about WWE while Rollins carried WWE on his back for a decade. CM Punk would return to WWE 14 months ago to huge fanfare, the support of the fans and many in the back, and that didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. Seth freaking Rollins versus a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk.
And this capacity crowd just exploded. They know exactly what time it is.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And this is CM Punk's first singles match since October, since that brutal Hell in a Cell match against Drew McIntyre. It's Punk's first match on Monday Night Raw, period, since 2014.
Seth Rollins prides himself on being the absolute workhorse of WWE. You have to imagine he sees that as a point in his favor here, a clear advantage he has over Punk.
CM Punk and Seth Rollins, two men who are completely beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent, their work ethic, and their passion and drive.
But as similar as they are in those respects, where they have diverged has become a point of contention between both of them, which has brought us to this point in the main event of a historic Monday Night Raw.
A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men who are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work ethic.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right, but where Rollins carried this company for the past 10 years, Punk went to MMA. He went to other companies and he talked harshly about WWE, all before being welcomed back with open arms.
Yeah, that really didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight.
You want to talk about dream matches? Even before the animosity started to boil between these two, CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins represented the best of their respective eras.
These men had some interactions, even some battles during Punk's previous run in WWE, but back then, Seth Rollins was only starting to gain notoriety as a member of the Shield.
Consider this, guys. When Punk left WWE, Seth Rollins had yet to capture a singles championship on the main roster. Now he's a Grand Slam champion in WWE, a four-time WWE champion, a Royal Rumble winner, and a Money in the Bank winner who cashed in the briefcase in the main event of WrestleMania.
Wow. When you lay out Seth's resume like that, he might have an even more decorated career than the man who calls himself the best in the world.
If you're Seth Rollins, you got to try to keep the emotions in check. Focus on the task at hand, and that's taking out CM Punk.
Yeah, but Punk's not afraid to play mind games. If Punk sees an opening to set Rollins off, to take Rollins' eye off the ball, he's gonna take it. Rollins simply cannot, under any circumstances, take the bait in this match.
Incoming.
Moves from the ring to the outside.
Crashing into the barricade with such force. Using that barricade with great effect.
Thrown into the crowd against their will. This is not where anyone wants to be. Entering the crowd, this could get out of control.
Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey. A master on the microphone like Punk doesn't often let words of others get to him, but certain actions can still set this man off. Of that, I am sure.
Indeed, we saw Punk lash out at Drew McIntyre recently when the Scottish Warrior stole a bracelet given to Punk by one of his biggest fans that bears the name of Punk's wife and their dog. If Rollins can find something similar to set Punk off, it could give him the mental advantage tonight. CM Punk had suffered some injuries since his return. In fact, he tore his tricep at the Royal Rumble a year ago and was out of action for over 6 months. Punk says that tonight he's completely healed. But Wade, you're an athlete. Never divulge the extent of your injuries, right?
Oh, I absolutely would. For sympathy.
Real classy, Wade. And he gets set back into the ring.
Springboard misses the target.
Indy counters. Spin kick to the midsection. Lands the elbow. Strong counter from Punk.
He's been outsmarted here.
Pile driver. Seth Rollins' chances are whittling down.
And CM Punk is keeping the pressure on, completely taking it to Rollins here. Stalking from above.
And CM Punk to Rollins off the crossbody. Rollins, though, able to roll through.
Just amazing power and timing from Seth Rollins. We've seen it throughout his career. And now, catching CM Punk with a GTS. Punk rather fortuitously rolling all the way to the outside to safety. Although in hot pursuit now, Seth Rollins.
And Rollins limping around the ring, favoring his leg. And now just mocking and having his way with Punk.
Rollins has waited for this moment for far, far too long. This victory is going to be one of the sweet... Wait a minute!
Oh my goodness, cover! Isn't enough and a kick out!
While catching Seth Rollins with his own stomp and coming within a millisecond of victory here.
And Punk not done yet, pounding away on Rollins, frustration setting in.
I mean, years of bad blood and verbal jousts between these two are about to come to a head.
Seth able to counter GTS, looking to deliver one of his own.
Oh, and he connected.
And Punk kicks out.
I don't know
know if it's resiliency, I don't know if it's sheer instinct, but I do know that tonight,
from the middle rope. Oh, what a splash! And Seth, this one's for the match. He kicks out before the count starts.
I don't know who.
Rollins with a head of steam. Big air.
Stomp.
This could be it. This could be the end. Near fall.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
There is no way that was what Seth Rollins was expecting. He thought this match was his.
Rollins lining up.
And misses on this. Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here. Nails the GTS.
Seth's eyes look glazed over.
Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects. And now.
And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Boom! GTS. It's all Punk's for the taking.
2. Somehow he kicked out.
Rollins staying in this thing. Some could even say he's far too stubborn to have things end like that.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin.
Big forearm. Rushing into the corner. Step up knee. Rocks the jaw.
Follows it up with that running bulldog.
And right into the cover.
Might end this.
Punk wins. Punk beats Rollins.
Here is your winner, Sing Him Punk.
What a fight, what a night, and what a win. CM Punk once again showing why he is indeed the best in the world.
This truly was a battle between two men at the absolute top of the mountain when it comes to professional wrestling. This really could have gone either way a number of times, but in the end, Punk had Rollins' number.
Yeah, but don't think this is over for Rollins. If anything, this result is only going to enrage him even more, set him off even more on his self-imposed crusade against CM Punk. Here comes Seth freaking Rollins.
The visionary and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins.
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth freaking Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading Seth freaking Rollins.
You guys remember what happened 10 years ago up in California, the Bay Area? Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank in the heist of the century at WrestleMania.
An iconic call for an iconic performance. Seth needs another one of those iconic moments this evening against two of the best this industry has ever seen.
A 14th appearance at WrestleMania, the third time he's been in the main event.
Come to WrestleMania for the wrestling, but stay for the karaoke. We've got a bit of everything tonight here in Vegas.
The OTC has arrived in Sin City.
From Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
For a record 10th time, Roman Reigns will main event WrestleMania.
A titan of this industry marching to the ring with his signature celestial swagger, the epitome of ice-cold, effortless cool.
Roman Reigns with a record of 9-3 at WrestleMania. Guys, there are only a handful of men in history with more wins than Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. 3 of those men are The Undertaker, John Cena, and the Game Triple H.
Pressure? What pressure? It's only the main event of WrestleMania. But this is a road Roman Reigns has taken many times before.
This man has a locker at the main event of WrestleMania. This is where Roman Reigns lives.
A lot of questions this week about who would carry the Ula Fala to the ring. Paul Heyman would normally do that. Tonight, Roman Reigns come to the ring with the Ula Fala on his neck himself. And for the first time in many, many years, Roman Reigns heads into battle alone.
The Ula Fala symbolizes the head of the family. And when you talk about Roman Reigns' family, you're talking about one of the most successful and powerful families in the history of wrestling. Tens of thousands of ones to the sky here in Las Vegas.
The Anoa'i family dominance continuing here at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for pride and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania.
It has to be a surreal moment for CM Punk.
Accompanied to the ring by WWE Hall of Famer, the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins look thoroughly disgusted over the fact that Paul Heyman walked down to the ring with the Second City Saint. It is CM Punk's first WrestleMania match in 12 years. Remember, he missed last year's WrestleMania with a torn triceps, and this year he goes into triple threat action with Reigns and Rollins, two men that he cannot stand. Triple threat rules. The first man to gain pinfall or submission will win this match. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. He's won championships, he's made friends, he's made enemies. Tonight is CM Punk's night. Tonight is CM Punk's main event.
Well, pressure has always been CM Punk's playground. The fire has always been burning, and his only addiction is wrestling.
It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original Tribal Chief, the Visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match.
Punk has waited a long time for this, to main event the show of shows. And to make things better, he gets a chance to take down the two men who have been standing in his way since his return.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins think they run WWE, that this is their world that Punk has stepped into. But they've got plenty of history to work out between themselves too. This is going to be one for the ages.
Pile driver.
It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
I'm sure a betting man would tell you the odds are against CM Punk here, against two younger competitors who have been on top in WWE for the past decade. However, that's when Punk does his best work, when he's backed into a corner on the biggest stage possible.
Yeah, in a bad situation, and the bright lights here at WrestleMania could just bring out the best in CM Punk. Pile driver!
Spiked him.
CM Punk, who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the Wise Man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of the Tribal Chief.
But look at everything Roman did right into the cover. He kicks out instantly.
I suppose you have to take the shot, but it's still too early to wrap up this one just yet.
Man.
Uppercut right on target.
But CM Punk can find an answer after taking that.
Spin kick to the midsection. And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
Right about now, Roman Reigns demands acknowledgement. Rollins getting work done. So important to keep Seth from gaining any momentum.
Now with kendo stick in hand, he's become even more dangerous.
Jumping neck breaker. Ouch. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. Rollins, known to be irritating, we're seeing no different now. Northern Lights.
Perhaps it's time for us to move to a less volatile ringside area. Fisherman suplex. And Roman, for the first time in a long time, having no one
From way up. This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best.
Uh-oh, this is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied.
Breaking the hold.
pouncing with a flash schoolboy here.
No, a kick out.
He is far from being put away here, that's for certain.
A reversal. Well scouted.
Roman telegraphing that one. Oh!
DDT!
This is the main event of Wrestle.
Liftoff. Oh, huge impact.
Hard to not reach a place of desperation at this point. This just may be the only way to survive this match now. From above!
Flying. Crossbody from the top.
Get this back into the ring now. Ooh, he fends that off.
Sharp kicks.
Bang! Oh my God, look at this. They're setting him up.
Double suplex. Kick to the gut by Rollins. Opponent
Muscling out of a double underhook.
Into an Alabama slam. Ah, that was a stiff shot with that kendo stick. He wants to end this for the win. Shoulder up before the count.
You cannot be serious. How? Rollins now, opponent defenseless.
Spin kick to the midsection.
Time to go for a ride. Right to the kidneys from behind.
And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is a tribal chief with no followers to come to his aid. Looks like he's coming back in. Huge kick connects. He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about.
And countered with a vicious chop block. A DDT drop.
Look out.
Stomp.
Into the cover. This might be it. Oh, he kicked out.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
Rollins is starting to lose his temper. He needs to put that aside and refocus. He quickly slides into the ring.
Oh, this will rearrange your face in a hurry. This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to prove their superiority.
Impressive reversal on Rollins.
Whoa.
Oh, shoulder to the gut.
And this is just a vulgar display of ruthlessness. My God, enough!
Oh, simply devastating.
Rollins goes into the cover. This could do it.
Vicious impact with the knee.
Oh, geez. Nasty kick to the face. Spinning kick to the gut. But his torso continues to be the target here.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to mount any sort of attack for him now.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter. Sliding into the ring now.
These two have learned each other so well. Boom!
Uranagi by Punk. He turns it into the Anaconda Vice. And he breaks the hold.
Oof! We knew this one was going to be good, but Reigns, Rollins, and Punk have outdone all expectations.
Simply some of the best talents we've ever seen in this industry.
A revolution knee by Rollins.
Oh, diamond plate.
Roman's shoulders are down. Bringing up the pin count there.
Opponent lifted up, jaw, meet knee, go to sleep. Will that sew this up for Punk?
A clinic of... Each of these three men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk has claimed that for him this is just business. And taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do, to win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're two of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk. Dear Lord, just a nasty assault.
Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes.
I'm sure a betting man would tell you the odds are against CM Punk here, against two younger competitors who have been on top in WWE for the past decade. However, that's when Punk does his best work, when he's backed into a corner on the biggest stage possible.
Yeah, in a bad situation, and the bright lights here at WrestleMania could just bring out the best in CM Punk. And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
Seth Rollins has found his favorite equalizer, a steel chair.
Swinging that damn steel chair without a care in the world. Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks. What impact!
Right in the kisser.
Boom! Right on target.
Stomped into the ground.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it. Averting danger with an elbow to the stomach. Boom! And each of these lethal maneuvers have got to be taking a toll.
Seth Rollins desperately needs to figure this out.
Rollins has no answer for Punk's well-aimed attacks.
And Roman, for the first time in a long time, having no one in his corner. Gotta wonder if that is affecting him. Solid bit of defense on his part there. Roman just mocking his opponent now.
Rollins getting work done. So important to keep Seth from gaining any momentum.
And now he's back into the ring.
And a well-placed calf kick there.
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
It's about ego. Take off. Cross body from the top.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Oh, looking to end this.
Oh, turning it around, changes it into a cover of their own. What is he thinking right now? Hopefully he does not regret it.
Enziguri finds its mark. Thunderous clothesline.
Oh, what a counter, knees!
That'll buy you some valuable time.
Crucial moment, a revolution knee by Rollins.
And gets sent right into the corner.
Punch right to the face.
Kick to the gut by Rollins. Opponent hoisted up, but too heavy, and now counted out, but counted now into a clothesline.
Reigns checking under the ring now.
He has a kendo stick in hand, and this place just turned into South Swanson Street.
Now down into the cover. Raises the shoulder before the 1 count.
Still has enough energy for the simple kick out.
Uranagi by Punk. He turns it. He breaks the hold.
Putting an end to the submission. He just saved a life.
And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang. Spear. Stop. Everybody down.
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking?
And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again.
That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The visionary Seth freaking Rollins has once again pulled the ace out of his sleeve in Las Vegas. Ooh.
Delivers the swing. He's got him down. Here we go. He breaks up the pin attempt.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw, meet knee. GTS connects. Seth has got to dig deep now.
Ending the 3 count.
Oh, stop. Followed by a forearm smash.
This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to prove their superiority.
And he scores a reversal on Rollins. Oh, the chair projected right to their face.
Both superstars countering one move after another.
Oh, my God, that is going to hurt.
Beware, this could be it. It could end right here.
Stopping the pin right there.
Clearly, he's got other plans in mind tonight.
Superman punch from Reigns.
Oh, Roman Reigns about to put his opponent away. No getting up from this. The spear by Reigns.
Reigns put his stamp on this one.
And right into the cover.
Might end this.
Oh, shoulder up before 3.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Roman, spear!
Punk's got a problem here.
Placing him in the corner. Clothesline in the corner.
We knew that.
Pin on CM Punk. Kicks out. He still has life.
Almost inhuman at this point. Seth Rollins just sitting back and degrading his opponent.
Dishing out a suplex.
Mongolian chop.
Caught flat with the roundhouse.
Returning back to the ring.
And this is just signature CM Punk. Drills his opponent with the Bulldog.
Beautiful. Right into the cover.
Hooking him up. Ian pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the Anaconda.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. One step ahead there. Sliding back into the ring.
What's it gonna take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep.
It's all Punk's for the taking.
Looking to put this one away.
2. Punk has beaten the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.
scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide here tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE European Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
How many times have we heard Shawn Michaels say, "I won't lay down for anybody"? And how many times have we heard Bret say, he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? It is put up or shut up time for both men.
Well, Shawn Michaels certainly not endearing himself to the fans here in Canada.
Well, HBK is arrogant, but he is the greatest athlete in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, bar none.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that. You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
And what an ovation for the 21-year veteran who debuted at the age of 19 in 1976 in Calgary.
Shawn Michaels would not allow D-Generation X to accompany him to the ring tonight, and likewise, Bret Hart would not allow the Hart Foundation to accompany him either.
You know, this is not about the money. This might not even be about the title.
These two men truly believe in their hearts that they are the better man.
Come on, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. This is all about power. You know it, and I know it.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. Will Bret Hart remain champion? Will Shawn Michaels carry the gold once again?
This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Shawn are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Bret's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here.
The wherewithal to counter HBK. And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit. Soaring
Through the air and connects.
Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there.
Boom, boom, persistent barrage. Straight aggression rained down with unbelievable force, and this could be their path to the title. Just from a style standpoint, Bret and Shawn are totally opposite. Bret's slow, methodical, with a technical approach, versus Shawn's fast, explosive offense.
We also know that neither of them is above doing whatever it takes to get the advantage. We could go back and forth about which style's better, but it all boils down to simply who wants it more.
Butterfly suplex. His Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Michaels isn't prejudiced to who he insults. If you have a pulse, you're fair game.
Oh, the first strike didn't get you. The last one will.
Hart avoids the offense.
Oh, quick crucifix. Figure 4. Leg lock. The legs can't, and for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Oh, man.
This personal rivalry goes so far back. You can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man becoming breakout stars and leaders of a new generation in WWE. Up until that point, it was professional. But recent years and the weight of carrying the industry have changed these men.
The turning point was WrestleMania, Cole, when Bret was screwed out of the title in that Iron Man match. If the score is tied at the buzzer, it is a draw, and the title should have remained with
The pin for the championship. An easy kick out there.
Clearly going to take a lot more to keep this superstar down for the count. Literally.
Calculating the next move here.
Zeroing in on the throat.
And something Bret has to know is all the attributes Shawn possesses, Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. He used every attribute to survive that encounter.
I've never seen a match more unholy than that Hell in a Cell match. HBK might not be surrounded by steel tonight, but I think the test in front of him is even greater. Michaels is going to need everything in him to survive at the Survivor Series.
Big clothesline. And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise breakdown of his target that has made the Hitman who he is. Making a hasty retreat to the outside. Some may consider this an act of cowardice, but I personally think it's strategic thinking.
Ouch.
Spine shattering.
HBK in real danger here.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution.
Face first with a waistlock takedown.
Oh, foot just stomping down.
Slips out of the way.
Lariat. Kick to the stomach.
Stomping away, and then the knee right into the throat.
Just ruthless. And he is directed into the corner.
Struggling to fight, being forced into the tree of woe.
Oh, right across the solar plexus. He is looking to do some serious harm.
Knocking the wind out with the elbow.
Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
Look out!
Diving hammer pin, title on the line.
Champ's in trouble.
The ref not even getting to one.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole. His opponent included.
Discus clothesline.
So much momentum.
Now the pin for the championship. Champ with a immediate kick out there.
An adrenaline-fueled, defying kick out if ever there was one.
And Michaels now looking to put Bret Hart away. Step through, could be sharpshooter time.
This would be humiliating.
Sharpshooter's in.
Wait, what the?
Oh, wait a minute.
Here is your
the
winner,
left call for the belt.
and the
Was Brett tapping out?
I think Shawn Michaels is the WWE Champion.
Yeah, but I don't think Brett tapped out.
Well, Shawn has the gold. He must have tapped out.
What is going on?
There is so much electricity in the air here tonight in Montreal. This is always going to be a big match for both Shawn and Brett, but squaring off in Montreal only adds to the importance of tonight. This isn't just a huge match for both these men. This may be one of the biggest matches we've ever seen in WWE.
Yeah, the title almost feels secondary tonight, which is crazy to even say out loud. This feud has been boiling for years, and it never seems like it will fully be settled. I know this is going to be one we'll talk about for years. And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts. Quick evasion from him there. Just like that, Shawn evades. Driven down hard with a scoop slam.
Measured elbow drop, driven down.
Hitman is performing with such precision right now.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
Set up in the corner. What is coming next?
Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Wait!
Gets the shoulder up.
I'm surprised he stayed down for that long here. Clothesline. Boom. Leg drop.
Kick finds it.
Bret Hart with a rough blow there.
Yes.
This is how Bret wanted it. A public assault of Michaels in front of the Canadian people. Quick escape from danger there. And able to skirt around that attack.
And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise breakdown of his target that has made the Hitman who he is.
Kick to the stomach.
Oh, kick lands.
Boom.
And the Hitman continues to deliver irreparable damage onto Michaels.
Double underhook applied.
Butterfly suplex.
Once again, their core taking some substantial.
Figure four. Leg lock. He's in excruciating pain.
Needs to find a way out, reversing the pressure. That'll break the hold.
Taking him to the corner now.
Textbook scoop slam.
And something Bret has to know is all the act
From the top.
crash landing.
And the Hitman looking to spike him.
Pile driver.
Bret's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
Uncorks an uppercut.
Drop kick hits hard, lands harder. Lift off. Good Lord, taking flight.
You got to be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense, but I can't say it didn't pay off.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. brought back into the ring from the floor now.
Flying in like a missile. Oh!
This personal rivalry goes so far back. You can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man...
Title in the balance here.
And a quick kick out.
The referee did not even make it to...
Oh, here it comes. Sit out, pile driver.
That cover. New champ incoming.
Cover. Oh, my God.
I don't believe it. Incredible resilience on display.
HBK thought he put the last nail in his opponent's coffin, but we still got a long way to go before we can turn the lights out on this one.
This match has gone above and beyond anything anyone expected tonight.
Neither Shawn nor Bret look like they're going to relent to the other. This has been more about punishing each other than winning the title.
And that was a... heck of a heave we just saw.
Ouch.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Just an absolutely stiff blow to the head there.
Oh, my God. Carefully measured elbow drop followed by another, unleashing a barrage on their opponent.
Clubbing blow to the back.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Oh, he cuts it off. A discus clothesline.
Decapitating.
Adjusting their opponent against the turnbuckle.
Ring post figure 4 by Bret Hart.
Call it academic. That's just the way it goes with the excellence of execution.
Ooh, slam. And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
Shawn Michaels has run into trouble.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution.
Answer that with a knee to the gut. Bret managing to get some control back now.
And now's his chance to get back into this thing.
Crossbody.
And now he's going to the top rope. And Bret off the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
While tucked down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally took down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh, ho, 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 ho.
And now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade.
Oh my gosh!
gets the better of HBK.
The Hitman now taking his opponent down. Grapevine locked in. Sharpshooter applied.
Brett retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart!
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Brett is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.
CM Punk is here, and he is ready to return to the Extreme.
Falls Count Anywhere in the ECW arena against Cactus Jack. I have a feeling that Extreme will only be scratching the surface during this match.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
Taking nothing away from Punk, an ECW World Champion in his own right. Is he truly ready for tonight? Because the ECW that CM Punk was a part of and the ECW that Cactus Jack was a part of are two completely different breeds.
Very true, but Punk has always embodied the heart and soul of ECW, no matter what era. And we know he's got a big enough chip on his shoulder to want to prove that at any cost tonight.
What we should really worry about is what Cactus Jack plans to do to Punk's heart and soul tonight. Because if Cactus has his way, it won't be pretty. And it won't be for the faint of heart.
CM Punk ready to go to battle. Ready to stand toe-to-toe with ECW's infamous Cactus Jack.
A disturbed, violent man with his sights set on CM Punk.
From Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack!
Whether it's in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Tokyo, Japan, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cactus Jack is revered as the most sacred of all hardcore icons around the world. And with the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation tonight, he might just drag CM Punk all the way around the globe during this match. Two men who have no problem making a show of force to get their message across.
And there is no better stipulation in no better venue to make such a show of force than a Falls Count Anywhere match in the ECW arena.
Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills, a war of weapons, a war of whatever sadistic machinations have been running through these men's minds.
It does not get more hardcore than the ECW arena, especially when it's Falls Count Anywhere. From the sky! However much you think that hurt, I promise you it was way worse.
Flying ringside with pinpoint accuracy.
Implanted by the DDT.
What's he about to do? Boom! Good defense from him.
Using the arm like a billy club.
That'll turn your lights out. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Well, don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess, too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And in Falls Count Anywhere, you best believe the situation definitely calls for it.
And he re-enters into the ring.
Showing Cactus Jack the door here.
Up high.
All the way to the outside.
Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills, a war of weapons, a war of whatever sadistic machinations have been running through these men's minds.
It does not get more hardcore than the ECW arena, especially when it's Falls Count Anywhere. CM Punk and Cactus Jack, two men who remain stalwart and resolute in their convictions through blood, sweat, and tears.
Smart money's on a whole lot of all three of those things in this match, gentlemen. Cactus will make sure of it. And he's going with the great equalizer here, the steel chair.
What's Punk got forthcoming?
Spiked on the crown. And a human being can only be spiked like that so many times before they're ultimately down for the count. Using the chair with no caution at all.
This is just turning into a savage display of violence. And Cactus Jack is just so unpredictable. When you're in the ring with him, you never quite know what he's going to throw at you.
Well, I'd usually counter that you can't let Cactus get the chance to unleash his particular brand of insanity on you, but that's not a realistic possibility here. Punk just needs to do what he can to keep on Cactus and be even more unpredictable, if he can. Relentless violence is Cactus Jack's stock and trade, but it needs to be CM Punk's as well here.
Cactus Jack headed ringside one more time. Cactus on the receiving end. A Falls Count Anywhere match certainly lends itself to extreme activity. There are no rules that govern how you score said pinfall or submission. We both know Punk and Jack are certainly able to get extreme.
Both men have strong ties to the birthplace of Extreme, ECW. CM Punk began his career in WWE as part of the ECW brand, with multiple ECW title reigns to his name. Cactus Jack put the company on the map during its infancy and became a multi-time tag team champion during ECW's heyday.
It's once again an ECW original versus some new blood. Let's see which side prevails this time.
Oh, God, blinding rake across the eyes. Oh! And I believe I'm starting to see some pain registering on the face of Cactus Jack.
And here he is, heading back into the ring. And he's leaving the ring for the moment. And Jack has lifted the ring apron, looking for something.
And now with the kendo stick in hand, he's ready to do some real damage.
Swift kick finds its mark. No good ever comes from fighting on the stage, and this should be no exception.
Spin kick to the midsection.
Just fighting it out on the arena stage. A lot can go wrong up there.
Boom! What a headbutt. Strong counter from Punk.
Put into place.
With them fighting on the stage like this, there's no way this is going to end well.
Understatement of the year. Fighting on the stage only leads to disaster, believe me.
He's eyeing the 3 count here.
Punk powers out, still going strong.
I don't know who's more shocked he just kicked out. The fans, us announcers, or his opponent.